first, let me state that this is a disclaimer that we have to do. This is a graded assignment that will only be seen by my professor, okay? This is in no way a counseling session. This is a chance for you to talk about what's going on with you, and for me just to listen, and for myself to, give you some feedback if it's necessary. So, what would you like to talk about today?
Well, the most recent thing that's happened is the stuff that's been going on with me, in my relationship and recent loss, which is weighed heavily on me, if that's okay. Recently, yesterday, I got out of a bad situation. I was assaulted physically and emotionally by my ex, who I gave everything to for the past 3 months. I gave him my emotions, I gave him my heart, I gave him my money, almost $6,000 in 3 months. And in the past 3 weeks, it's completely turned into a 360. Almost like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Right.
Something that was never shown to me prior to all of this. When I got home 3 weeks ago, he told me that my emotional support dog, Bella, who's 7 pounds, died. He told me it was from not eating and dehydration. 2 days later, I was told by a fellow roommate that that's not how she died, that he's the one who killed her.
Wow.
And he's the one that I looked to protect my animals when I was gone. From what I understand is that he shot her with a BB gun and may have broken her neck. It wasn't until today that I learned the severity of it, where she snipped at somebody who was in the house because she was terrified. She didn't know him. That's how she was, because she was an abused animal when I rescued her. And I told everybody in the house that's how she is. If she feels unprotected, she's going to defend herself. Well, my ex decided to come into the bedroom, pick her up by the neck with a clothes hanger, carry her into the bathroom by her neck, and slammed her against the bathroom counter. After that,
It's okay.
he shut the bathroom door, and to put her out of her misery, shot her several times with a BB gun.
I can't imagine what you are going through.
She was only 8 years old, perfect health, and it didn't, to me it didn't make sense that she starved herself, because even when I've been gone before, she's always eaten. I do have a lot of support behind me, because I am pursuing charges on him for animal cruelty, but that was only the tip of the iceberg. When he found out that I was going to start pressing charges against him, he said, "What proof do you have? She's dead, she's in the ground, and this is Waco, Texas, so there's no dog leash, and the cops would have just come by and said to put her down." But of course they wouldn't have known with his mind what truly happened. When he found out that I was pursuing charges against him, he's torn my ACL in my knee. He has broken my finger. He has choked me out, body slammed me twice to the ground because I talked back to him. But the day he did find out I was pursuing charges, he busted my phone so I couldn't call anybody, would not let me outside the house, slammed my head into a wall, kicked me in the ribs twice, kicked me in the stomach twice, and even though I'm 17 years older than him, people ask why I didn't fight back. And the simple reason I didn't fight back is, one, because I loved him, and I don't believe in putting your hands on somebody you love, and two, because I know if I put my hands on him, he would have filed assault charges because of the way that he is. After that, he acted as if everything was okay, but he did take me to the backyard, said, "See that empty field? That's where you'll be buried." Made me beg for my life, and grabbed a piece of wood that had nails in it, and was laughing. as I'm begging not to kill me. And it just persisted from there. That same evening, I ended up in the hospital with a severe concussion. And every time I tried to fall asleep, my heart rate dropped almost to flatline. But when the hospital asked, "Are you okay? Are you safe at home?" which is a standard question, I had to say, "Yes, I'm safe at home," because he was sitting right there. So I had no way out. The very next day, we went to the lake, and I took my other dog with me, and my other dog witnessed what happened to Bella, so he's terrified of my ex at that point. And he thought Justin was trying to hurt me, so he bit Justin in the finger. Started swelling up a little bit, but not too bad. Well, when I got out of the car, he started hitting my other dog, and to the point to where when I opened the car door, his head was under the dash in fear. And I rescued him from an abusive household. So right there, I knew what he told me what happened to my dog was not necessarily true. I've had to lie to many people in fear of what would happen to me, because on numerous times he has threatened to kill me. I've had to lie to police, I've had to lie to the hospitals, and it got to a breaking point. I couldn't do it anymore. So I had some friends secretly come at night, pick me up from the house, and take me to a hotel, to where I had some other friends finally come and pick me up and take me out of the state of Waco and bring me to Houston. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would have to endure something like this, especially from somebody that I cared for and trusted and gave anything and everything to. But he's full of a lot of secrets. He was seeing other people behind my back, lying about it. I always had a justification and made me feel like I was the one at fault for it. And I couldn't do it anymore, because if I stayed, I would be the one ending up dead, and that wouldn't be fair to my friends and family. It has caused major PTSD, because when I close my eyes and I imagine what he did to my dog, it pains me to think that I didn't protect her. I wasn't there. And the only thing that goes through my mind is the terror of fear that she had in her eyes because of it. One minute he's begging for me to come home because he misses me and says he's dying, which didn't turn out to be the truth. The next minute he's threatening me on filing false allegation charges on sexual assault, on theft, because I took my own stuff. And he has no remorse. From what I understand is when he killed my dog, he came out of the bathroom with no sadness, no nothing. Like, he had this blank look on his face as if he was a psychopath. Yeah. And I've seen that look in his eyes when he almost tried to kill me multiple times. And a man like that does not deserve to live, does not deserve to see the light of day, does not deserve to have a life. Because if I don't stand up for my dog and for animal cruelty, and I don't stand up for domestic abuse, then I'm no better than the person who remains quiet. And the one thing I know is that so many people go through this and remain quiet thinking that they're going to get better. I tried that, and it's only gotten worse. And it's hard because I never thought, giving the person that I am with a big heart, that I would have been broken down and belittled and demeanored so much to the point where he has everybody thinking that I'm at fault for every fight, for every assault that he did to me, for what he did to Bella. And it almost made me feel as if that he took my control away. And it took some real good friends to convince me that it's time that I take control back for myself in order for me to get justice not only for what he did to me multiple times, but for what he also did to my dog.
Sounds like you've got some great support.
I do, and I know that they did it because the last thing that they want to do is come to my funeral, which would have happened if I stayed any longer. I don't recommend anyone having to go through this to keep quiet. He was controlling, he was verbally abusive, he was demanding, he wanted things his way or no way, but it was okay for him to do whatever he wanted.
Right.
And as a partner, I thought I was supposed to support him. And then the tables turned on me.
What I can hear and what I see in you is a lot of pain.
Yep.
And thank you for sharing that because I know it wasn't easy.
You're welcome.
Things will get better. You know, it's going to take some time. Continue growing stronger for you.
I just hope our justice system works to where he gets the punishment he deserves. Because no human and no animal deserves to go through the pain and torture that me and my dog have had to go through. And my other dog is the one who had to watch both of us getting assaulted. He watched his sister get killed and he watched me get abused to the point where I ended up in the hospital. But it's time that I find myself and find my strength to be able to do what's right and fight back for justice.
And that's a great thing to look forward to.
Like, it boggles my mind how someone can portray to be this loving, caring person, and then with me being gone in just 2 weeks, completely do a 360 to where they completely change into somebody I don't even know and somebody I became terrified from. I've never been this terrified in my life of anybody.
Do you believe that you're in fear now?
I don't believe I'm in fear. I believe I don't feel like I'm in control of my life anymore because I feel like that was taken away from me. I feel like I failed as a protector for my dog, even though I wasn't there to see it happen and I was gone for 2 weeks. I feel like a failure. I feel guilt because, as I said, the only thing that I see in my mind is what was her thinking? That I abandoned her because I wasn't there to protect her, or that she had the fear of God in her eyes when she was dying? And that's a heavy weight to bear. Because your dog is like your child. And when you're not able to protect them, and you find out that they're dead, and then you find the truth out of what happened, all you do is say the what ifs. What if I was there? Would this have happened if I was there to protect them?
Well, I can say this. God doesn't give us more than we can handle.
Yeah, and I believe in God and everything, but it's just, in my mind, why would God take something so precious and so innocent away from me?
And that's perfectly normal to think that way. I know it wasn't easy sharing this. I know it wasn't. Because I can see it and I can hear it in your eyes and in your voice. So thank you for opening up.
You're welcome.
Okay? Know that things will get better. Okay?
Yeah.
My heart goes out to you. Okay? Try to enjoy your day. Okay? I encourage you to think of happy thoughts as often as you can. Okay?
I will.
Good. Well, have a great day and thank you so much.
Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome.